today. Not so sure about Catholic social services. But let's go from PD, hop on an imaginary airplane.
Where are we going?
We're heading north to the CNMI with our correspondent, who's currently on Saipan, Tomas Manglona. Good morning, Tomas.
Good morning, Bree and Chris.
Hi.
So there's definitely a lot going on in CNMI. It's not going to be a good Friday, as we got to just go ahead and start. What do you have for us, Tomas?
Yeah, so far we know that exhaustive list of employees to be furloughed are submitted to the governor's office here in the CNMI. They expect that those letters will be sent out to the departments very soon in the next couple of days, and not long after, of course, taking effect. And with this growing economic crisis, it's worsened by the coronavirus. The CNMI government, as we've reported, and previously, it's cutting its personnel costs by 50%. We also got word yesterday from the press secretary of the CNMI governor that the office is looking to for its employees to being eligible for the pandemic unemployment assistance program. Also, as we reported last night, the public school system is facing a payless Friday today. On Good Friday, the Education Commissioner, Dr. Alfred Ada, issued that memorandum explaining that the public school system, and now we know that number is right over 800 locally funded employees there's simply no money left to pay them. I think it's also another update is on the containment response. The construction work continues on a field hospital at the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation's upper parking lot in Navy Hill. They're reporting that it should be ready this weekend. The governor last night in a Facebook video saying that a project like this would normally take 2 weeks, and it's going to be completed in a matter of days to supplement the already existing facilities. And as of the latest report, there are 11 total confirmed cases in the NMI, including the 2 deaths. And that last report from April 8, I believe, says that we're waiting for 6 more specimens. And so to date, CHC, from the latest numbers from April 8th, is they've collected 45 specimens so far. I think it's also important, I want to share on the radio show the local hospital's mental health support hotline that's available Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 4:30. So for those in the CNMI, that number is 285-1856 or 1857. Again, mental health support provided by the hospital, and helpful tips during this crisis. That mental health care line for the CNMI is 285-1856 or 1857. And Bree and Chris also wanted to share, I know yesterday we talked about it, KBM News will be speaking with the Northern Mariana Islands U.S. Congressman Kilili about the CARES Act and the federal response to COVID-19. Some of the things that we'll be asking him is the timeline for aid. I know a lot of people are asking, even if it's passed, what does the timeline look for it to be, put into their pocket. We're also going to ask him about any other legislation in the works at the national level, and we're also curious to know how he's working with the other delegates from the other territories to support their constituents. So we're waiting for that. I believe that's next Thursday, our time at 10 a.m. Viewers can tune in next week.
All right. Thank you.
Tomas, just real quick, can you clarify, have they had any these Zoom-type press conferences up there in the NMI that we're having on Guam?
So the last one was the one that Bree and I were on, actually. So that's about 2 weeks ago. And, I've literally messaged the governor's office every single day asking, is there a press conference today, later this week? We know today's Good Friday, so there's limited working hours, and none for some. But, we're told that they're working out Zoom. The response we're getting, I don't know how much of a technical difficulty they're having there, but we're pushing for that every single day, and I'm not the only one asking for it.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to address that, Tomas.
That's the first message I send every day. I said, is there a press conference? Once I wake up, that's the first thing I send. So.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic because I think we went through that early on when the governor announced the first confirmed cases for Guam, and it was like a little 4 or 5 days. Yeah, we hadn't heard from her, and then finally the press conferences started to occur. So good luck with that. But I did want to ask you. I wanted to ask you about the PSS employees. You said that was 800. Are they all teachers? Are you aware?
I'm not aware of that breakdown. I do know there might be roughly 500 teachers based on one of the information I got. I'm sure that information is online, but we're hearing now over, about 800.
And
but
that's-
I know I'll look for that breakdown and give it to you. The point being that this is just not a good situation across the board.
Yeah.
Right, Tomas. So is there any assistance available? What are these employees going to do? Is there any media? Do you guys have a food bank there? Is there any kind of quick cash type assistance?
Yeah, other than the things we've reported on, I'm gonna get an updated list. I do know I've seen the community come together on Facebook. There's a Saipan COVID-19 Facebook group with about 5,000 people on it, sharing resources, kind of some good citizen journalism happening there and community support. But other than that, that's what we're also hoping to get from the congressman next week in terms of what that might look like on the national level for the territories.
Okay. Well, hopefully you can get some questions in about Guam, because that would be great.
Yes, for sure. And I'm definitely going to ask him about anything happening he might be hearing from Guam's end, but also trying to get a hold of the Commissioner of Education here to get a better sense of what's happening at the public school system right now.
Yeah.
Tomas, Rhoda and Tinian, you have any info at all on that? Just how they're doing?
No, not of late. We know that there's no confirmed cases on Rhoda or Tinian, and again, as Esther Muniz shared, they're working on the preparedness plan is in place for what's going to happen there if a confirmed case is found. But right now, the latest info we have is from that big release on the 8th. So we're waiting to hear more.
How's your family in Rhoda, Tomas?
They're fine. They're they're staying indoors. Actually, my dad sent me a photo, and he doesn't have a mask. One of those personal masks. So he was using this one of the masks for like bush cutting to go to the store. And so I thought, he's taking it seriously. People are staying home and definitely practicing social distancing as much as they can.
I have one of those masks.
Yeah, Bree, she was going to wear it the other day, but it just kind of looked weird. I felt like I was going to get robbed.
I mean, I heard that you guys are going to go on TV next week, so maybe that'll make for some good visual.
Yeah, I'm going to get a face shield.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I want one of those.
I think we'll stick with the mask. And, I want to call out all the businesses again. I'm not calling them out, but just to be clear, the governor's executive order mandates that all employees of all businesses and their customers wear the masks. And I want to specifically direct this to our local media colleagues. I see some of you guys are not wearing your masks. You got to wear your mask. We're on the front line here. We got to set the example. Masks up, right, Tomas?
Definitely. And, I just wanted to share because, Jason, I know I did my interview with Esther last week, and he said, "Where's your mask?" And I was like, "I've literally not left my house." So I'm doing this interview from the room. So, I don't, as Esther was saying, we don't want to take those PPEs, but I do, going to try and make some homemade ones. But, yeah, definitely good to model that.
Okay, Tomas. Hey, appreciate it, man. A happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Easter. And, Chris, I just want to say, I listened to that WhatsApp recording for your Holy Week song. And I think you invented ASMR. I think you got to take credit for that.
Yeah, Bree, we're going to get that on to close the show, just
Yeah.
to give people a little something lighthearted.
Yeah, I was listening to it. I was like, I think this is ASMR.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, all right.
Hey,
Take care.
God bless you, Tomas.
Looking forward to your interview.
Yeah, are you excited about that on a personal note? I know you've interviewed Congressman Khalili before.
Yeah, he's great. And, we are coordinating the times. It's going to be, I think, 7 p.m. in D.C. for him, Eastern time. So, he's definitely willing, hoping to get out the word. And we're coordinating with the staff to make sure we have at least half an hour with him to ask him all the questions. And for the viewers listening, if you have questions or concerns, definitely put them on this comment stream or, send them to tomas@kum.com. We definitely want to hear from everyone.
Yeah, and I think, Congressman Khalili obviously is very, very experienced. And, our congressman has made a lot to do about being mentored. And I think, hey, you got a mentor right there, someone, our neighbor to the north. And I really would like to see a partnership there, Tomas. So when you ask about that, I'm going to be listening up for that answer. Because I think that would be something that we would really, really benefit from.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all can use that leadership right now.
Right. Tomas Manglona, he's washing his hands as we speak. And he's our man in the CNMI. Thank you, Tomas.
Thank you, guys. Have a good Easter.
You
Happy
too.
Easter.
Oh, there you go. 9:51.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Good Friday. I don't know. We can go to Adriana.